Los Angeles Lakers fans probably feel that they have already heard or read all there is to know about D'Angelo Russell after his two stints with the franchise. It's funny how quickly that can change from a single interview. That is the reality that fans of the purple and gold are seeing play out as Russell tossed his former franchise and its coaches under the bus when comparing how the Lakers approached the business of playing winning basketball to the Brooklyn Nets. Interestingly enough, Russell feels that the structure in place in Brooklyn far exceeded anything he encountered during his time in Los Angeles. The former Ohio State Buckeyes standout credits that structure from the Nets for teaching him the right way to grow as a basketball player and as a person. I came from the Lakers where the structure is not the same, and then I go to Brooklyn where it's all structure, and it taught me how to be a professional. D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell throws shade at the Lakers after signing with Mavs. I came from the Lakers where the structure is not the same, Russell said during an appearance on the WI network hosted by Dwayne Wade. And then I go to Brooklyn where it's all structure, and it taught me how to be a professional. Being a top rookie in a city like Los Angeles is going to be a lot for any young player to handle. New York City, being the beacon of light that showed Russell how to be a professional, is surprising, though, as it offers all of the same distractions as Los Angeles does. This is where Russell's comments concerning the structure offered by the respective franchises get intriguing. Mitch Kupchak was the Lakers' GM when Russell was drafted. He was traded 2 years later by a front office led by Kupchak's successor, Magic Johnson. Johnson then drafted Lonzo Ball and propped him up as the franchise's next great floor general, a decision that backfired tremendously. To suggest the structure in place in Los Angeles during those early years of Russell's career wasn't conducive to his growth as a player, something we saw almost immediately following his trade to Brooklyn, is telling and should not be ignored. For Russell to say this himself backs up what the numbers show. The saving grace for Lakers fans is that there seems to be a greater sense of the need for a structured environment in Los Angeles from the people in power now than there was a decade ago when Russell entered the league. If you are one of those Los Angeles Lakers fans that is addicted to refreshing X every morning hoping for a big trade update, do yourself a favor as you might want to cool off for a bit. 4 of their players can't be moved until December 15th. That means any big shakeup is probably not happening anytime soon. Lakers' trade flexibility is frozen until December 15th. According to Hoops Rumors, those names include Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, and Jake LaRavia, 3 guys new to this team. Jackson Hayes, who re-signed this summer after spending the last couple seasons there already, is on the list too. Those 4 guys are all currently off-limits due to league rules that restrict recently signed players from being traded until mid-December. So for now, the Lakers' hands are tied. That leaves the front office in a bit of a bind. They can still make calls, of course, but without those 4 names on the table, the options are slim. There are some other tradable options. Sure, Austin Reeves is movable, and his contract situation could make that tempting. He will be a free agent next summer, and according to Sam Vecenie of the Game Theory podcast, he will most likely command a deal well north of $100 million, which the Lakers might not be able to match. When it comes to trading Reeves now, it would be risky. He is one of the few dependable guards on the roster, and moving him just to avoid losing him for nothing later could backfire. Dalton Knecht is another name floating around trade ideas for quite a while, but unfortunately his value is not exactly peaking. After a rough NBA 2K26 Summer League, the most you could get out of him is maybe a couple of second-rounders unless, of course, he is part of a larger package. Other than that, there is really not much else to work with. The Lakers have 6 second-round picks and 2 firsts, though one could fall into the second round depending on how the lottery plays out in that year. Rui Hachimura has real value as a two-way forward, but he fills a need Los Angeles can't afford to create again. As for LeBron James, unless he asks out, a trade is not even a conversation. If he were to ask for one, moving on from his contract would be extremely hard to navigate. All of this points to one thing. Barring a surprise move, Lakers fans probably will not see anything big happen until mid-December. That may be okay. The front office made several calculated offseason moves. Now they will wait, evaluate, and reassess when the time is right. Until then, this is the roster. Might as well settle in and see what it can do. Though the majority of reactions to Luka Doncic inking a new 3-year, $165 million extension with the Los Angeles Lakers have been overwhelmingly positive, ESPN's Brian Windhorst recently unveiled perhaps one of the only potentially negative ripple effects from the signing. During an August 5th edition of the Hoop Collective podcast, the deal was unanimously heralded by all pundits featured on the episode. Tim Bontemps specifically noted that the biggest benefit of this new multi-year commitment is that it allows LA to go in any direction they want now to build a championship-caliber roster around Luka. However, while Windhorst certainly agrees that this is a luxury, he also acknowledged that one of these directions could now realistically be to pivot away from LeBron James after the season. Lakers may not have LeBron James as part of their plans beyond 2025 to 26. Throughout his 7 seasons with Los Angeles, there has been ample buzz about the future Hall of Famer wanting to retire a Laker, with him even going on record a few years back saying, that would be the plan. It's undeniable that LeBron is still playing at an elite level and seems to have plenty of gas left in his tank. However, considering LA is clearly looking to build for the future with their younger core of Doncic, 26, Austin Reeves, 27, and hopefully, if he pans out, DeAndre Ayton, 27. The 40-year-old may actually only be seen as a lame duck star for the franchise heading into the 2025-26 season. So, what could this mean for LeBron? Well, should the Lakers be invested in moving in a new direction following this upcoming campaign, and the superstar is still interested in continuing on with his playing career past year 23, barring an unexpected injury or significant drop in play, James would enter the 2026 offseason as the top free agent available on the open market. This past year, the forward posted sensational per-game averages of 24.4 points, 8.2 assists, 7.8 rebounds, and 1.0 steals on 51.3% shooting from the floor and 37.6% shooting from deep, while receiving his 21 All-Star and All-NBA nods and finishing 6th in the MVP voting. Should he put up similar production during this coming season and head into the summer with a public desire to continue playing, there's bound to be no shortage of ball clubs vying for his services. Whether it's making a storybook return to one of his former employers or creating a new super team with a direct conference rival, it seems that if LeBron wishes to extend his playing career beyond 2025 to 26, following the extension of Doncic, it seems more likely than not that it will be outside of the Lakers organization. D'Angelo Russell is clearly not too thrilled with the team that traded him away twice. The new Dallas Mavericks guard Russell appeared recently on Time Out with Dwayne Wade. The conversation took place live at Fanatics Fest in New York last month, but the footage was only released this week. During the episode, Russell reflected on his basketball journey and got in a swipe at the Los Angeles Lakers while simultaneously praising the Brooklyn Nets. Russell played for both teams earlier in his NBA career. Everything about Brooklyn is different, said Russell. I've been around the league. I came from the Lakers where the structure is not the same, and then I go to Brooklyn where it's all structure. It taught me how to be a professional. I always approached the game to where I just was kinda nonchalant, and I felt like I could just wing it, Russell added. When I got to Brooklyn, they taught me how to be a professional. Here is the full clip of Russell's remarks. Russell, now 29 years old, was drafted by the Lakers in 2015 before being traded to the Nets in 2017. He then returned to the Lakers via trade in 2023, before being traded to the Nets again in 2024. Based on those remarks, it sounds like Russell was referring to his first stint in LA, where he battled some well-documented maturity issues. But that is still not the best comment to be making about a former team while trying to talk up another one. The former All-Star Russell agreed to a surprisingly small contract with the Mavericks in free agency this summer. He will be eyeing a strong 2025-26 season followed by a return to free agency next summer, and you can probably cross the Lakers, whom Russell has gotten in other shots at in recent months, off his 2026 wish list.